What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Funny's XCU in Review. That's right, we are ranking and reviewing every single movie in the X-Men cinematic universe. We're now doing our look back where we each give our own individual rankings of the X-Men movies. The timing didn't work out if we wanted to hit Venom, which we did. I wonder how it was. I wonder if we liked it.
I loved it.
At the time of recording
Give me your
this, we
impression,
don't know.
Andy.
Huh?
Give me your impression, Andy.
Wow, the second act is
I
really
meant
strong.
Whatever the fuck you say.
And an easy mistake to make.
I think you made impressions of the movie.
Easy mistake to make.
I don't know.
Yeah. Why is it so good?
You missed your calling, my friend. You should have been Jim Carrey.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Well said. I'm Tim Gettys. That's Nick Scarpino. That's Greg Miller. That is Kevin Coelho over here. We got Andy Cortez. Every Thursday at 9 a.m. We've been reviewing these movies, ranking these movies. I'm letting you guys know right now, this part of the season of Kinda Funnies in Review is ending. We're going to take a little bit break. But today we're talking about the X-Men movies. The first one released July 14th, 2000. The budget of the total 11 films, 1.47 billion. Yeah, I fucked up what I was saying. I was trying to like fix the grammar on the fly and I fucked it up. What I was trying to say is the total of 11 films budget was 140. 1 billion.
Until next time, have an exciting day.
1.47 billion. This is not hard. And the box office total was $5.72 billion. It's a lot of fucking money, Nick.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
Good turnaround.
Our overall list for X-Men in
We
review.
not
Cool, Greg.
included it.
It's not there.
No.
Oh, do you want me to go?
Yeah, let's put that up. Let's put
That's
that up.
important.
Okay.
You could
Yes.
actually put my list up because I didn't change mine. If you want to.
You didn't change anything.
No, I didn't change anything.
Edit it in
yeah.
later, but for
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
pull it up so I can read it.
You can pull
bring up
pull
Nick's.
you
So
can
it's
pull
the
up mine.
last one.
Bring up Nick's.
Whoa.
The Kinda Funnies.
Candy corn.
The Kinda Funnies final list.
Nice.
Number 1,
Champ.
Logan. No, don't bring it up. Number 2, X-Men Days of Future Past. Number 3, Deadpool 2. Number 4, Deadpool. Number 5, The Wolverine. Number 6, X-Men First Class. Number 7, X2. Number 8, X-Men Apocalypse. Number 9, X-Men The Last Stand. Number 10, X-Men. Number 11, X-Men Origins. Wolverine.
I see you didn't keep with the titles that I wrote up top. The hashtag's also different.
Well, this is the official
doesn't-
list. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
You want
right.
to go to
We're
Nick's
not
list
showing
first?
this.
You want to start
Right.
with Nick's
Well, I mean, the thing is,
Wait,
the first list that we're going to go through is Nick's list. So, cool, Greg, bring
Wait,
it up.
what? Why is
Well,
Nick's
right
the
there.
first one?
Why not?
Because they're organized so that you.
When
It was,
I had this,
all
I
right,
don't
cool,
know.
great.
Nick's first.
There we go.
So they're
I'll
just
bring
in
my list
reverse
up.
order.
See here, it's the Champs list. Nick, just in case you guys
Now,
are
Champ,
wondering.
did you do this where you didn't change any of them just because you didn't want to do the homework? Is this one of those things where we're like, hey, get creative with this assignment, and you were like, but how creative do I have to get? Like, well, no, you just do whatever you want. You're like, well, I'm just gonna leave it the exact fucking same
I'm
list.
sorry. Cool, Greg. Can you bring that back up, please? No, you'll notice that the hashtag for this list has changed to hashtag champ2champ. So clearly, I want you to just eat your words,
So,
everyone.
talk about your
is
list
that?
a bit.
No, I argued very arduently for this list right here, and I think we nailed it. I love Logan as number 1, X-Men Days of Future Past number 2. Pretty much what you just said. Do I have to go through it again? No. I think my top 3 definitely
You just thought
Logan,
we nailed
X-Men
it.
Days of Future Past, Deadpool 2. I think we nailed it. The top 5, Deadpool and then Wolverine. Great. 6 through 10. I think 6 through 11 rather. Whatever.
Who fucking cares?
Who
Yep.
fucking
Really, the movies that I think about when I really think back and fondly of this is just really Logan and Deadpool 2 and X-Men Days of Future Past. The rest of them, I don't know.
Just
I think we nailed the list. There's no reason for me to change it.
I do feel like we nailed the list similar to how we nailed it with MCU interview, where it clearly falls, and we'll see based on all of our own lists, but I imagine that it's going to clearly fall into the different tiers. And with X-Men, it's clearly there's good and then there's bad.
Yeah.
Whereas MCU, it's kind of like there's at least 3 tiers where there's the great, good, and okay.
there's a lot more space to argue, I think, in MCU than there is in X-Men.
Greg,
So for sure.
Yeah, but
your list. Cool, Greg, please bring up Greg's list.
it should be pointed out that I don't have
100%.
Go bold.
I don't have
You could've asked.
the typeface you
I
have.
heard
Cool, Greg,
you.
please show it to them. I don't have the typeface you all use for this.
Really easy to read though.
Yeah, right.
The typeface
This
that
is,
you chose
Andy,
for
you
this.
should have used this.
Was
This
the
is
last
better.
one hard?
Jesus.
Mangoes.
This hurts to look at.
Hey, you know what, Andy? Stop making up your own fonts and making me want to use them.
It's Go
you know?
Bold.
No, it's not. The
keeps
GoPro's
just
the
saying
camera.
It's true.
Idiot.
It's
hate
true.
It is a camera.
Mine didn't deviate too much, but there are some notable differences. Logan's still number 1. Days of Future Past number 2. I switched the Deadpools around. I still like Deadpool better than Deadpool 2. I almost, because when we were even debating last time we did an XCU in review, Deadpool 2's placement, I almost put Wolverine in front of both them, but then I thought that was crazy and I didn't do it. It's just that thing of I enjoy Deadpool. I enjoy the Deadpool movies. I just didn't need to see him again. But I guess also it's the same thing with Wolverine, where I'm not. None of these. I'm like, man, I need to go watch that again. I guess even Logan. I enjoyed Logan in theaters, and that was good. Continuing on, cool. I'd say pull back up because
sorry.
because I moved on. This is where I deviate, but not too much. It's like what you're talking about, Tim, where there's still the good and the bad kind of thing. I put X2 at 6. I put X-Men at 7. Put First Class at 8. I just did not like that run of mutants. And I know that X-Men and X2 I don't think hold up in terms of a modern movie, action, all these different things. I still enjoy those movies more. Apocalypse at 9, Righting the Wrongs of the Past, similar to Days of Future Past. I've come back to put Last Stand at 10 because that is a bad movie. X3 sucks. And then, of course, X-Men Origins Wolverine is just an awful, awful, awful affair that no one should watch.
So awful.
Yeah. But again, I don't think I'm that far off the mark from where we were generally.
totally.
I think we
Top
did.
5 is pretty close.
Kev, what's your list?
All right, so we got it here. Yeah, again, not too much variation is the 4 first ones that I moved around. Logan, I think everyone's gonna list is gonna have it as number 1. I enjoy Deadpool 2 and Deadpool more than any other movie after that. They're just funny. They're good. They do a good job building a universe in their own world, and none of these other movies do. After that, we have Days of Future Past, which I only think is better than all these movies because it like erased things from The Last Stand. Then we have Wolverine, which shocked me. I didn't expect it to ever get that high.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
Wolverine
and-
coming into it, I didn't see it. That's gonna be a total top 5.
But like watching it, I was just like, this isn't absolute trash.
Sure.
It's crazy that
Hugh Jackman carries it.
Yeah.
It's crazy that none of us so far have chosen to move First Class above the Wolverine
Well, that's
or
the thing.
higher up on the list.
So First Class, in my number 6, surprised me. I thought First Class when I went to when we were building or we were getting to after Wolverine Origins, it was like, all right, First Class gonna be a palate cleanser. And I remember when we watched it, I was like, that was nowhere near as good as I thought it was. Then I have X2, which frankly I could honestly swap with X-Men. Neither those movies are fine.
You picked the wrong
They're
house,
too
bub.
old. Last Stand, I can't fucking stand.
Yes.
I hate that movie so much, but I hate Apocalypse more.
Okay.
Apocalypse, a modern movie that should have been better,
Coming off the
Yeah.
heels of Future Past, right?
Right,
Where we thought,
right.
they know what they're doing now.
but they clearly didn't.
No.
And it's such a disappointment. And then Wolverine Origins, which is like, how did it get past the stages
Anybody.
of editing and production? I don't understand it.
bullet.
I don't understand it.
Please pull up Andy's list, cool Greg. Thank you very much. Andy, what's your list
Speaking
look
of
like?
which, Nick, you
Oh!
said that First Class wouldn't go as high. You thought you'd see somebody put First Class above Wolverine. So I started off with Logan, of course.
Your top 5 notably way different than
Yeah, this
everyone
is a trash
else's so
list.
far.
Days of
I'm not gonna lie
Future
to you.
Past, I love it. Again, it's Fassbender and McAvoy. I think when they are the two leading people, it's just, their movie's better for it. And I think their performances just really shine. I enjoy Deadpool more than Deadpool 2, so I put Deadpool at number 3. And I enjoy First Class more than Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 is a weird movie for me. Again, I talked about it ad nauseum the last time we talked about it. But I've never disliked a movie more that I enjoyed.
Wow.
It's really, it's a weird feeling for me where I disliked so many parts of the movie but still laughed incredibly hard and like a maniac at many other parts.
We had such a good time seeing Deadpool 2 the first time. You remember that?
It was on a real small screen.
It was
though.
me and you and Joey, and she booked the world's smallest screen. It was like
that-
watching,
was
it
I
was
not
like
there?
watching on
You
the
were there.
back
Yeah.
of
Okay,
a
I
Virgin
thought so
America
too.
airplane.
Kevin was
seat.
there, yeah.
Perfect way to
hurts.
watch movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for a second, I was like, "Are we watching Deadpool, or is this just like
Yeah,
Little Orphan Annie?" I
believe-
can't tell the difference
We were
between
sitting,
the two. 'Cause the
Joey,
goddamn screen
me,
is so
Nick,
fucking
and
And
you.
the Sixth Son will come
And
out
it's just
tomorrow.
non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop
I see how you can get
shit talking.
confused.
The trailer,
Joey.
during the trailers, we saw a trailer for Ant-Man, and I looked at Nick. I was like, "Is he in the small form? I can't tell." Like,
Yeah, we did that.
Where did you go?
to Daly City.
No,
but it
wasn't-
was in the non-XD.
It wasn't Daily
Oh, no,
City.
no, it was down-
It was
it was-
Cinema
Yeah.
9. Yeah,
Cinemark
downtown.
To be fair, the screen wasn't that small. We were just
Yeah, we were just giving shit to
because she's. If you book tickets, by the way, for us, if you're the organizer of anything we do, you are going to get shit.
You're gonna be hated.
You're gonna get shit.
You're gonna be hated.
Anyway, so yeah, after Deadpool 2, I'm even looking at this list right now. The bottom half of it, I just truly don't care about at
Nobody
all.
cares, right?
And I think
Toss
I
it.
think I may have. I probably fucked this up, and I meant to put the Wolverine lower. I did not like the Wolverine at all, really. I thought it has like some of the weakest villains,
Do you remember
and
when
this
he was
that's
like a
saying
ninja?
something.
Like with all the ninjas were fighting him? That was pretty cool.
I mean, whatever.
They shot all the arrows in it. You
Shooting
remember
the
that,
blood all over the buildings.
Don't you remember? You remember when the bombs fell? You know, that was cool.
Yeah,
Nagasaki, man.
It started off. The first 5 minutes are great. But anyway, so again, the bottom half, I just totally don't really care about. Of course, Origins at the very, very bottom. I still
it's
enjoyed.
trash.
I still think like Apocalypse is super incoherent and makes no sense. But I still enjoy McAvoy and Fassbender so much that they are able to put it above like the original X-Men and The Last Stand. So yeah, that's
The
where I
necklace
stand.
scene was cool.
Cool, Greg.
Yeah.
Please bring up my list.
Suck
Mine
again,
very
gang.
similar to Kevin's.
Yeah, it
Number
is.
1, Logan. Number 2,
Wait, hold
Deadpool
on.
2. Number 3, Deadpool. Deadpool 2 and Deadpool are so interchangeable to me that I think they're both such high quality. I feel like my first 3, Logan, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool, are the only great movies in the X-Men universe.
100%.
I think there's a sharp decline after that down to Days of Future Past, which I think has a lot of fun and does a lot of really cool, interesting things. But it isn't as good as I remember it being. And it's definitely not as good as I gave it credit for fixing things. It does not fix anything. The Wolverine, my first time seeing it, I thought it was decent. I think Logan renders it obsolete and unnecessary. But there's a lot of cool stuff. It has one of my favorite action scenes in the whole franchise with the
train.
the bullet train.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
that
a
shit's
fun
cool.
scene.
And yeah, the beginning with the bomb is awesome, and then the ninja fight later I thought was really well choreographed and done.
Yes.
But there is a lot of bullshit in the movie, and the samurai sucks. Number 6, X-Men First Class. It's fine. It's not
It's
great.
fine.
It's super.
It's
fine.
funny. As somebody who didn't walk out of First Class in the theaters impressed when everybody was raving about it, I thought it was gonna do way better here. And it's interesting that so many people. Not that I'm saying like, oh, it was right. I'm just saying that it's interesting that so many people watching it now are like, oh yeah, it wasn't as nearly as good as we thought it was.
Yeah, and I agree with Andy, where it's just like McAvoy and
They're great. Fassbender.
Fassbender are just so fucking dynamic and so great and great together. And First Class, I think, is them at their best together.
But the
whatever.
story's just not there.
Then this I know is like crazy, but X-Men: The Last Stand is at my number 7, and
Malarkey.
the only reason for that is I like the Cure plot. That's it.
Better.
And it has,
I'm with you on this. I remember when we were arguing about this.
So
I'm with
poorly
you. I'm
done.
like, this, not a good movie, but from start to finish, kind of has the best like
Story
makes sense
ish, yeah.
story of any of these fucking
Except for
movies.
all the characters, like characteristics are fucking thrown out.
totally, but
yeah,
as
but
a
they
mo-
don't
when
need
you-
it because they've got the guy who has spikes in his head. And if you know anything,
Blowfish Man.
Blowfish Man can beat anyone. He's
that
a
was
level
Kid
5
Omega.
mutant.
That was Kid Omega.
And you know why he's a level 5 mutant? Because the other mutant knows, similar to how I know how horny all of you are at any given time.
Yeah.
So
That's a
disturbing.
callback to a
Kid
morning
Omega
show
and
from
Omega
weeks
level
ago at
mutant.
this point. Weeks ago.
Just keep it going. This is how you keep it going.
My thing about The Last Stand is it totally fucks with the continuity, and God, who gives a shit about continuity in these movies? But I feel like as a movie, the characters that they set up in this movie, the Magneto we are introduced to in this movie, and the way it ends and the final fight scene we get, and the Golden Gate Bridge and all that shit, it's better than what we see in the rest of the movies. Because going down, my number 8, X2, I am shocked it's this low. I thought X2 was good. It was such a great movie, and I thought going into this, I was like, it's going to be top 5.
Yeah.
And fuck, I was wrong.
I would have swore before we started this it would have been top 5.
The story is great. That's all you can say about that movie.
Yeah.
Everything else sucks. But
So-
not as bad as X-Men Apocalypse, which for a modern movie has no excuse for any of the crimes that it commits.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting
They
about
should
it
have
at
known
all.
better.
Should have known better.
They should've. They
And
should've.
for having all the great pieces like the 80s and the fucking McAvoy and finally introducing a younger Cyclops and Jean Grey and all this stuff, it's like there was so much potential and
Wasted.
fucking just wasted.
Just drilled that in the ground.
And then number 10, X-Men. Whatever. It's the one that started it all, and it is exactly where it belongs.
Wow.
And X-Men Origins Wolverine at number 11 is as bad as you remember it.
If not worse.
If not worse, that is
It does not age
yeah.
well. Let's put it that way.
So I wanted to ask you guys a question here. What's up, Nick?
I was gonna say the only reason I like X-Men Origins Wolverine is because it sets up a 2-hour-long joke that the payoff of which is in Deadpool 2. And
Yeah.
they can just go back and retcon it. That's the only reason I'm glad that exists. So they can go back and just fuck with it.
So there are a couple other X-Men movies that have either been announced or talked about at some point. So I got the most updated news we have as of recording on the status of these movies. The two coming next year that at this point we might get, we might not get. I think we're gonna. We got Dark Phoenix February 14th and The New Mutants August 2nd, 2019.
It sounds like both these movies are getting heavy reshoots. Is that correct?
No, that was inaccurate.
No, really?
Yeah, they
No,
were
but
saying
they
they were
are.
heavy, but they're getting reshoots, but they're not anymore outside of the
It's
norm.
not going to be
normal
MCU
reshoots.
shit,
Yeah.
but they are getting reshoots.
Man.
And the movies are still not finished as of now.
Yeah.
They're still getting reshoots. But let's just guess. Where's Dark Phoenix going to fall?
Can we get the final? No, we can't get the final.
Can you
one.
bring up
bring
Nick's
up
list?
Nick's,
Bring up
bring
my
up
list.
Nick's.
You're right, champs list. It's one
Champs
that says
list, champ. Look,
You don't have to show it.
Dark Phoenix, I would say, is probably going to go. I don't know. It's a crapshoot because it's the same team that gave us Days of Future Past, right? But they also gave us Apocalypse.
I'd say
My guess is it's
above
gonna go-
X2.
I'm gonna say 5 or 6. I think it comes in at 5 or 6.
I'll say it doesn't make the top 5.
I also don't think it'll make the top.
I think it's
the
going to be
five.
somewhere around 7 or 8,
I
if not 9.
totally guessing on with all the problems. I imagine it's going to be somewhere around 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, my thing is...
These are
it's-
getting worse. They're not
They,
getting
Yeah.
better.
well, I mean, they get fucking weird. Like, I feel like there's not really
They get
consistency.
weird.
Because there isn't consistency.
Yeah.
We had Logan being made at the same time that they were doing Apocalypse, and the director was like, "Oh, I guess I'll use this character."
But even looking at the trilogy of
Without understanding the
First Class
character.
Apocalypse
Fuck it.
and
We all knew what
sorry,
Queen
First
means,
Class Days of Future Past Apocalypse, they're not getting worse. You know, it's like it is a weird. There's not really a pattern.
That's a good point.
But with
Started bad,
the end of
went well,
Apocalypse
started
is
bad.
fucking epic, and it's like the most X-Men thing we've seen yet. Of like getting them all in the danger room in their actual outfits, and this is the first time we'd actually be able to see the X-Men team being X-Men.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's cool. That would be cool.
It would be.
I'm still looking forward to it, but I'm not optimistic at all. I'm
neither.
sure it's going to be a run-of-the-mill X-Men movie.
I think it'd be real hard for it to be better than First Class.
I just see us walking out of the theater being like,
That's the movie we saw.
yeah.
Well, I mean, like, let's be honest. It's definitely going to be one of those movies where, like, we're going to see it night one, but we're all going to be like, yeah, I'd rather be doing
We're not gonna be
800
juiced.
other things than watching this movie.
Yeah.
And
have
then
a
Joe's
feeling
going to
that-
book the wrong size screen.
Fucking Joey. Sorry.
I have a feeling that we're gonna go see it, and it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh man, it's gonna feel like Apocalypse, where it's like they had all this potential where they could have built something, but instead they just made a movie very quickly. Well, it's
Wasn't
not even
the-
very quick.
It seemed like the big problem a lot of us had with Apocalypse too was the fact that like Jean Grey just wasn't great in it, right? Like, and now she's gonna lead this film. Isn't that? I mean, that seems like an issue.
Yeah.
Is Raven gonna be in it? Mystique gonna be in it?
Probably.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know if they could afford her anymore. I
Yeah.
don't know what her deal's like.
Yeah, she's in.
Well, she just, she
Man,
had that
she's
Red
got to
Sparrow
get
movie
out.
come out, didn't do very well, so I'm sure they
She's
got to
gotta get out.
cheap.
She's got to get out. Like, just
I think this
peace
is probably
out.
going to be
I
the last
like
one,
how
right?
just
Yeah.
with each movie she uses less and less makeup, where she's just like, I'm not
They're
putting
just
more
gonna-
power.
power, like,
they're
fuck
just going to put a
this.
little blue mark on her face. Like, that's the implied. It's implied. Everyone knows.
So the next one, The New Mutants, which is the horror one with the younger kids. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
I
Could
be-
feel
could
like
be
Who's
top
directing it?
it could be top 5.
I feel like it'll be a shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be shockingly bad,
look
and
that
it could be really like it could be number 10 or 11
Or 3.
or
Or 2.
I don't think it could be better than Deadpool.
3, yeah.
I don't think it has any. There's like it being an ensemble cast of a bunch of mutants we don't care about.
Always trouble.
I feel
Always
like
trouble. What's
either
your
of the
power?
Deadpool-
Oh man, I can turn my tongue into a
The cast is
leech.
great.
What?
Who's directing that?
Josh
You know?
Boone,
Just boom.
who
What
did
what
The
is he?
Fault in Our Stars.
I like that
Oh
movie.
no,
And All We Had. Not he's done a lot of small indie.
doesn't.
He's got a horror background.
No.
Okay.
No, it really doesn't. He really doesn't. We'll see.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know nothing about it, so it's like, yeah, maybe I could come in and be.
It has Arya from Game of Thrones. It has
That's rad.
We saw a
Anya-
trailer for it,
Anya
right?
Taylor. Yeah,
Did
there's a
we?
trailer.
yeah, there's a trailer out for it. It looks fucking
looks
brutal.
Interesting.
It looks like a
It
horror
looks
movie.
brutal. Yeah. And that's the thing is like the idea of X-Men and mutants in a horror movie. I'm like, that is interesting, especially younger ones that like don't know how to use their powers. Cool. But I'm not counting on it being good.
Do you
Wait, I'm
want
sorry.
to? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is it called? It's the New Mutants. Is
The
that
New
right?
Mutants.
The New Mutants. They are the ones that cause civil war, right? Isn't that the group that causes? No. Am I
No.
wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I'll say what it says. You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember I think it was the third Freddy Krueger movie where the kids all went into the dream, but then they all got to like pick their own powers and try to fight Freddy, and then Freddy said, "No, fuck you. I'm still gonna kill you."
Is that
That
right?
shit
No.
terrified me.
No one.
The Dream Catchers or Dream something?
Or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Remember Nightmare on Elm Street 3? What was that called? Dream Warriors, yeah. That's what it reminds me of. Like they're all in like an insane
God
asylum,
damn it.
but they
What are
all
you
get to
doing?
pick each other. What?
I didn't think it would do it automatically, but I'm
That's
connecting.
really
I want to
well done.
watch the new Mutants trailer after this. We're done doing this.
Okay.
Can you click on the one where it says Husky tries shoes for the first time?
Funny dogs.
dogs,
Next
yeah.
up, so this is where we have movies that are like maybe not going to happen. We got Gambit. In May
Channing
2018,
Tatum.
No fucking way.
In
That's like the
May-
Cyborg movie.
in May 2018, Kinberg
Remember
stated
that
that
one?
the final script has been completed and production will begin in the third quarter of 2018.
No, it's not.
Filming will commence in New Orleans.
Hey
It's
man,
not.
we're about to hit the third quarter. Is that right?
Is this movie happening?
Third quarter and the French quarter.
I will bet $4 that this movie never happens.
You're gonna bet $4 that
agree.
it doesn't
The
happen?
Channing Tatum Gambit movie.
Correct.
I agree.
Okay, no, $3.
I agree. I don't think it'll
What
happen.
if we get a Channing Tatum as Gambit in another movie later?
It doesn't
I don't
Then
think,
you
you're-
give
I
me
don't think we're
$4.
ever going to see Channing Tatum as Gambit. I think at this point they're seriously trying to figure out how to work these movies into the MCU, and having another standalone random movie just out there hanging out there is.
I just hate thinking of him with long hair.
An untitled
It's not
X-Force
that long,
film. The film will be an R-rated
Oh.
take on the X-Men. Kinberg, Reynolds, and Donner will produce the film. Principal photography is scheduled to begin October 2018.
Now is this going to have
That's the
Deadpool
Reynolds
in it?
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll
This
happen.
is happening.
You think
Yeah.
it'll happen?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Deadpool he's crushing
Oh,
the
yeah.
box office.
Yeah, I know, but like Marvel, you got to imagine that Marvel wants to bring everything in.
Yeah, but remember, this is Deadpool. They can just easily do it and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
They could literally recast
Yeah, but
everyone and
that's
just be
not
like,
gonna do that.
But
though.
that's the thing. Like Marvel doesn't do that.
but who
Like
is
they care and make decisions that like impact the future.
sure? But Deadpool is,
But they see dollar signs.
Well, it's not that it's dollar signs. It's that Deadpool's actually a good, clever movie. Why would you change that? Why would they mess with the formula at all? It's actually working, and it works perfectly in the MCU. Like you can just literally, even if it was a recast, you can make total fun of it. But also, who's X-Force right now? Who's left over from X-Force?
Well, I mean,
in Deadpool
Colossus
2?
and
Sure,
Nick
Colossus,
Scarpino.
he'll look a little different. He's already looked different. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't
fun.
know. We'll see. The only thing that makes me feel like this might happen, because the next one is Deadpool 3. They said the film would occur after the Untitled X-Force film. Production will begin in Atlanta, Georgia. I think they're going to be the same thing.
Yeah,
think
I
it's going
would-
to be X-Force or Deadpool 3 X-Force or some shit
Yeah.
like that. I do think it might happen because since it's taking so long for the Disney Fox deal
Yep.
to happen, part of the thing is Fox needs to act as normal or else the whole thing falls apart and they're not allowed to do
Yeah,
the
they gotta
sale.
keep making money.
So they got to keep making money. They got to keep making movies. And with the rate at which Deadpool movies have been coming out, I think that
Yeah, the idea that like the Deadpool movies, of course you're going to make those. They make money. That's a given amount of revenue you got coming in every year. With New Mutants and Dark Phoenix, those movies are already made. They're coming out. Even if they're stinkers, they're gonna try to find a way to release those movies and make
That
as much money as
sucks. I
possible.
hate
They're
that.
coming out.
I hate that
They've
so
already
the
much.
shot
last
them.
three, X-23, Multiple Man, and Kitty Pryde, all movies that have been announced.
Multiple
No.
man.
Multiple Man.
I'm down for Multiple Man if you bring back the dude
The dude
McSteamy from X3. Who's like, what do I do now? I've gotten caught. This is a terrible plan.
There's no chance in hell that gets made.
no fucking chance in hell.
No.
Not a snowball's chance.
what a dumb
What a dumb fucking idea.
What a dumb fucking idea, Multiple. Like, again, I've been proven wrong time and time again where I'm like, Ant-Man, nobody gives a shit about Ant-Man, and Marvel found a way to make me give a shit. But the people at Fox,
This is where you
people
draw the
who-
line.
They have never done this once. There's no way they're gonna make a Gambit movie good.
You talk
It's
about
just not gonna
Blowfish guy
happen.
all the time.
Zink. Watch out,
Basketball
man.
boy.
Fucking prick you.
Basketball boy.
Fucking basketball
Blink.
boy. Well, here's this. We got the awards and stuff. I wanted to know what you guys think. Who is the best mutant in these movies?
Wolverine.
Best mutant or best power?
Is
100%
Wolverine the
Wolverine.
It's
answer?
Wolverine.
No,
100%.
Deadpool,
I
dude.
don't think so.
Deadpool is the best.
I
Yeah.
would give Deadpool.
It's Will.i.am.
Wolverine kind of sucks when you look at these movies. Like he's only good. He's good.
He's the
in
best
less
part
movies than he's bad. I don't know.
of a lot of bad movies.
Is he though?
That's
Yeah.
true. He is the best part of it.
He's the best part of
No,
X2.
dude, he's the part that's
Best
been
part of
forced
X1.
down your throat.
Can I change my vote?
Thank God, and I'll keep taking it. You know.
I'd like to
Yeah.
vote for Deadpool.
Of course.
Thank you.
I'm voting for Deadpool.
I feel like
No.
Deadpool from the get-go, like Wolverine finally got to a place where I was like, wow, he really nailed that role. And that movie was called Logan. And he had like 18 movies beforehand
Yep.
where he could have done it, and it just didn't work out.
Blasphemy.
Not Hugh
Blasphemous.
Jackman's fault. I honestly think it's just the direction and the overall direction of the movies. Logan was great. Deadpool comes out, and from the fucking start, I'm like, he is this character.
Yep.
This is Deadpool. And I've never
Not
read
only that-
a single Deadpool comic, but I just inherently know. You know how like you know? Like,
Forget
when you saw
everything
Porty,
you
you
know.
just
Forget
knew.
everything
You
you know.
just knew he was gonna be the love of your life.
What is the best trilogy in this? Trilogies being X-Men 1, X2, and last stand.
I'll throw this out there. I will say the best trilogy is Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and the unannounced X-Force movie that's coming. Because I'm still looking forward to
So
this.
we're not getting Deadpool because we're not there yet. So looking at there's the First Class trilogy.
It's First Class Days of Future Past.
And then there's the Wolverine trilogy.
It's the First Class trilogy.
Let me try.
Do you think
Yeah,
I think it's just a much better made start to finish trilogy.
with Apocalypse?
As good as Logan is, like Origins and the Wolverine, I still think are like really bad movies.
Dude, if this has one of them has Origins in it.
Yeah.
No, dude, no.
The other one has Apocalypse.
That just weighs it down.
But the
Apocalypse
other one
is
has
not-
Logan.
It's true.
I feel like this is not a clear-cut answer.
I feel like the only good movie in the Wolverine trilogy is the only really good movie is Logan.
Okay.
Whereas the
What
other
about the
three,
Wolverine?
it's all right.
It is all right. Okay,
That's-
but then
I mean,
let's
yeah,
look
that's
at
what you're talking about,
The other
right?
thing, and then it's like great, Days of Future Past, but then Apocalypse.
So wait, we're not
and then-
allowed to count Deadpool 1 and 2 as just a stronger.
I would say
That's
that
the obvious
I would
answer.
say X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past are decent movies. Mm-hmm. I would say Apocalypse is not a terrible movie. It's just not a good movie. Origins is legitimately almost unwatchable.
True.
And the Wolverine is
It's
like
good.
it's kitschy, but half of it's
I go with the Wolverine trilogy being the best.
No way.
Because Logan's
Logan elevates
amazing.
things so high.
Wolverine
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
X-Men
right.
Origins
One has
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Bacon. The other one has fucking.
Bacon
The
ain't there.
other one has
You're getting my
Samurai
vote
Guy.
back.
The other one has fucking shitty Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like, what are we talking about, guys?
They're all bad.
Fassbender and McAvoy. That's all you need, dude.
You're
But
right,
it's
baby.
not.
All you
No,
need.
it's
You're right, you
not.
brought me
It
back.
was.
You
It
brought me
wasn't
back with
enough.
Sebastian Shaw. You
like
had me at
those movies
Footloose.
aren't good.
You had
Kevin
me at
Bacon, dude.
No.
Kevin Bacon.
So we just
me the abs.
agree to disagree.
Were they born in labs? Now it's time to rank those abs.
Best abs. I was just doing best abs.
It's whatever you want to do here, Nick.
I would say best abs in the entire XCU universe goes to Wolverine
Angel in the fucking
in
Apocalypse.
X-Men Days of Future Past. When he gets
Oh,
up
yeah.
from that
Out of
water
the bed.
holy
Oh, my God, yeah.
Mother and Mary Jesus. He is cut up like some fucking fresh sushi. You know what I mean?
I know what you
Just,
mean, Nick.
oh,
I know what you
man, let's
mean.
put that in our mouth and let's hope we don't get mercury poisoning.
Yeah.
Jesus
He looks
Christ.
phenomenal. I mean, obviously, we joke about it, but his body transformation from the original X-Men and the work he put into to get to that, like, he looked good in the Wolverine, but he was big. He was cut like a motherfucker in that scene in X-Men Days of Future Past, and I'm just like, that's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment that you have to do over like 10 years of really hard work.
Serves an award.
Agreed.
Now I want to know, what's the worst wig in X-Men?
Hit it.
Is it a wig? I don't know. Wigging out with Scarpino.
The worst wig. I'm going to say not the worst wig, but the most egregious use of a wig has to go to every time Mystique is blue.
The Buffon.
That
Yeah.
I
fucking
thought
wig.
you were going to go with
Are you talking
Storm.
No, Storm's only has the one wig, and then she has like kind of better iterations of it. But remember little kid Mystique?
Yeah, little kid Mystique. I
Her
think
head's like twice as
no, I did. That's it. No. I think Little Kid Mystique is the worst. For
fucking
sure.
worst.
In Last Stand,
Such
when
a
she
tall
has
head.
the brunette hair.
Wait, which was Last Stand Brunette?
Last Stand, when she gets turned into a human, loses her powers.
Oh, it's
Back of her
black.
name.
Yeah.
She has black hair like Andy.
Yeah,
now.
I don't mind that so much.
No.
I just feel like they just for whatever reason they
Oh.
just
It's the perfect noise because she looks like a blue leprechaun.
that wig every time. I'm like, why couldn't you just have her normal hair?
Her
Like, why
head
did
is giant,
Why did it
dude.
always have to go to slick back, same haircut? Like when she's blue, her hair doesn't grow. It's always just the same
Why
length.
is it so wet
There's
and
no
matted
rules,
down?
man.
It's
There's
so
no rules.
bad.
Every
It's so
time
bad.
she had the one shot in during Apocalypse,
Yeah.
while she was like talking to what's it, Magneto, it was just like, why would they do this?
don't know.
Can they not see what we're seeing?
Yeah.
Because this is fucking
They're like,
awful.
"Oh, the lens, it looks great."
Yeah.
But I will also give a notable nod to the reshoots from I think it was X2 or X3, whichever one he has to go through. I think it's X2, where he's at Alkali Lake.
Yeah.
They had to do reshoots there, and they had to recreate the Buffon from the first one, and it's just so big. It's so big you could literally jump off a cliff and float down with it. It's like a pterodactyl's wings. Terrible.
I just wonder if we're ever going to get a good X-Men movie.
When it goes to
Obviously,
MCU.
Logan's
When
gonna
it
be
goes to
able
MCU.
But like, will we get it though?
We
Is it
100%
actually
Oh, yeah.
gonna
The
happen?
fact that we got a good Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
A
Not
good
one, not-
Black
but
Panther.
two.
Yeah, like
Just imagine when it's given to them and they're able to do it in like that at the end of the first trailer when it's the Avengers moment, but it's Cyclops firing out this
Oh my
beam
God.
storm,
It's gonna be
creating a thing
incredible.
behind him, Wolverine going like this, like, and they spin the camera around him and you're like,
Who's gonna be
"Fuck
the
me."
new Wolverine?
someone totally
Kenan
new.
Thompson.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking here.
I say Zac Efron.
No,
He's short.
He's
jacked.
He's
Fuck,
jacked.
yeah.
He's short and
Is
jacked.
he still jacked?
He's jacked
Is he
all
jacked?
the time.
He is jacked still.
Zac Efron's like one of my favorite actors
He's
of all
great.
time.
So good.
I think
really
his
think-
line
I think
delivery
But
is
he's
so good.
aging.
That's true. That's what happens to people. But I
The
do.
Rock for Colossus.
I really feel like you got to put
100%. I would
you got to
love
put
that.
someone older in that role. I mean, it depends on which way they're going to go with it, but I think Wolverine has to. You got to cast someone at like mid to late 30s, maybe even 40s, and have him be the old man of the group. That's what I would do with it. But
We'll
maybe
see.
they'll cast.
I
Someone
still
who's
like the
21.
idea of like, shaking it up but keeping it somewhere, but like you do all new Wolverine. So you do like Laura, you do X-23 as Wolverine
That'd be
though,
cool.
like how she is the Tom Taylor version, right?
That'd be awesome.
I like
Yeah.
that idea.
If you're gonna do it, do old man Logan or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
We'll fucking see. It's so far away. We're going to take a couple weeks off of this. Then we will be back leading into Aquaman in the DCEU.
It's Greg Stop Shot. I'm gonna change your minds. Batman v
wait.
Superman. You're gonna see how it fucking places
Change
Andy.
your mind, Andy.
No way, dude.
Until then.
Have an excellent day.